get this going. I love the little robot voice that says recording in progress. So I will open up my chat as well. Good morning, Himanshu. Mate, I hope you've got your coffee.
Good morning. Hello, everyone.
Great to have everyone here, and thank you for joining us for Mentoring Induction number 2, and really appreciate your time. And for those that are watching via the live stream on Discord, great to have you with us as well. And like I said before, it doesn't matter if you're a mentor or not a mentor. The Mentoring Induction is a great insight into another part of how a hackathon comes together, because it's not just people that participate, but it's also how we can provide help and assistance to team members as well. And we've got Ashwani, we'll bring him in. So again, one of the things that I think is really great about how rapidly things come together is we were expecting over 1,000 participants. It's closer to 2,000 now, so that's a fantastic effort on behalf. And I really do want to call out our regional ambassadors who have been doing a fantastic job across the globe in encouraging people in different regions, different countries, and different communities to join the hackathon. And we've got some of them with us tonight, so that's fantastic. So we're going to do a quick overview, and I do apologize because it's going to be extremely information dense. And there are always going to be things that I will forget because I get very excited and I'll start talking, and there are a lot of resources. So my advice is, and we'll go through this in the Discord channels, there are links to these resources. Also, they're available on the formulaihack.com website. So if we come across a piece of information and you go, oh, I'd really like to find out more detail about that, we've got those resources available for you. So welcome to the Formula AI Hack 2022, driven by data. And it kicks off worldwide on the 18th of February, 10 p.m. EST. So for those that are in Australia, that's actually in the afternoon on Saturday the 19th. And that's one of the challenges, of course, with running a global hackathon, is that because we're a 24/7 world and we run in 20 different time zones, it's a little bit different for everybody. But we're definitely really excited to be kicking off at 10 p.m. EST. And this hackathon is in celebration of the awesome racing culture built by Red Bull Racing. And it's a great place, as I've said in the participant induction, to meet new participants, new team members, mentors, and work together, test your skills, and get some fantastic learnings while working on challenges that can actually have an amazing impact. Now, in terms of the hackathon itself, we operate 3 separate challenges. The first challenge is in the data analytics space, looking at creating accurate weather model predictions. We're also looking at augmented reality using next-gen Swift UI UX. So looking at how we can bring in augmented reality into cool solutions, and then 3D modeling. Translating beautiful JSON coordinates, for example, into beautiful 3-dimensional racetracks. And of course, the fun part there and the creative part is adding our own sort of flair or personality to those items of the competition. So that's a fantastic thing. And I say this to the participants as well, and as mentors, it's really important for us to encourage participants that might be thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know anything about 3D modeling. I can't possibly be part of this competition, or I don't know the first thing about augmented reality, or I'm not a data scientist. How can I possibly be involved in those challenges? The answer is yes, you can. And the cool part is that a team is a range of different people. You might have people that, yes, have skills in augmented reality, but you also need people that are good at project management. You also need people that are good at ideation. You also need other types of technical skills in order to present that information out. You need designers, you need presenters. And so, or even if you're just a racing enthusiast, I think it's really important to encourage participants that it doesn't matter what your skill level is, or even if, for example, you might be great at data analytics, it's okay to try a new skill and go, you know what, just for my own learning, I want to actually be part of a 3D modeling team. That's okay. It all depends on what a participant and what a team wants to get out of the event. If it's learning, if it's the experience, if it's the connection, or it could be the prizes. There are some fantastic prizes. And one of the things that we discovered last night was some of our wonderful sponsors. There was a couple of people on the line and that said, oh, I'm here as a mentor and I'm really sad that I can't be a participant. And but I think that that's a good representation of a great competition where we who are mentoring or organizing, we're going, wow, I wish I could be part of this. So I think that that's a real sort of nod to how great this event is going to be and will be when we kick off. So who are we? I'm Dan. I'm from Hackmakers, and this is the Hackmakers team. And we're going to be here during the event. I've also got Nick with me tonight, who's helping and assisting me because when I stop sharing my screen, he says, Dan, you've forgotten to share your screen. So really appreciate Nick being with us. Nick, do you want to say hi to everyone?
Sure. Hi, team. Next, part of the Hackmakers committee, and happy to help you out. And feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about mentor tasks or your teams that you are assigned.
Fantastic. And we also have Jansen here as well. He's helping coordinate the live stream with Discord as well. So he big hat tip to Jansen, who's just he's an absolute engine room of energy and great to have him helping with the live streams tonight. So what do? We're here to help facilitate and provide support to our participants, to our teams, to our mentors, to our lead mentors, to help make the hackathon experience as enjoyable as possible. Remember, don't be afraid to send us questions or ask us to assist if you need. That's what we're here to sort of help and definitely encourage everybody to get in contact. So who are you as a mentor? Well, I know this already, but you're a very generous person because you're giving your time and energy to help and assist participants at the hackathon. And some of you have heard me say this before, and I do say it a lot, but it is a really sincere thing. You are giving the gift of your time and your skills to help assist participants as they go through the process of the hackathon. And you can be a general mentor, which is helping you might have a particular specialization. You help lots and lots of teams with that, or you could be a mentor that works with one team and you take them through the whole process and bring in additional help and support where you need it as well. And so what's in it for a mentor? Obviously, you get to meet some fantastic people, and I can see some familiar faces here that I've come to know. We were actually talking last night with some of our friends from Team Oracle, and Jace said it feels like a family, and it really does, because we come together. We're helping participants to come up with some amazing solutions, and that network of friendship and colleagues is a really important thing. But we also acknowledge and give you provide credibility or acknowledgement through our networks as well about the amazing work that you've done, and we really do really appreciate your time. So what we're going to do quickly now is just run through the mentor guide and just sort of discuss what's involved with being a mentor. So we'll bring this up now. So firstly, we'll talk about timelines and schedules. Now, we're starting at 10 p.m. EST or Eastern Standard Time in the United States. So for Australia, that's around about 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Time, and I believe it's about 8:30 a.m. IST as well. And the challenge, of course, with a global hackathon is, like I'll give you an example. When Himanshu and I talk to each other, like it's very early for Himanshu right now, being in the United States, and so as a global hackathon, we have to be mindful that different people are available or present at different times of the day or night relative to us. That's a good thing as well, because it means that people are available to help a mentor at all times of the day or night. It just might not be the one person, unless your name's KY. Sorry, I am joking, but a huge respect for KY, who's he has done some amazing work, and one hackathon we suspected he didn't actually sleep, so we're not expecting that, but it can be a challenge, of course, when you have participants asking you questions. So it's really important to make sure that you're clear on or are able to communicate with your teams and sort of say, look, I'm available between this time and this time, because you don't want to be getting messages at 3 a.m. in the morning unless you feel like getting messages at 3 a.m. in the morning. We're in terms of phases, we're actually in the pre-event phase right now, just about to start. And this is a really fun time because everybody's gathering and registering and going through the process of getting ready for the event. But one of my favorite parts of this time is the fact that we've got a lot of workshops and virtual events. Of course, some fantastic education and learning from our sponsors, Team Oracle, who provide a lot of generous resources during the hackathon and also before the hackathon with the education. And this is a great opportunity for participants to learn about different tools and technologies. But as a mentor, if you have an interest in an area, jump into one of those workshops, because we can learn, we can enjoy those events ourselves as well. A lot of the workshops as well are recorded on our YouTube channel, so you can always access them through that. Now, tomorrow at 2200 EST, we are going to be going through the opening ceremony. It's going to be a fantastic time, and then we kick off properly into the event. And one of the important things that we as mentors can assist with is helping participants to join up and find teams. Some of them are already forming teams, but as mentors, we can also recommend, hey, have you thought of connecting with this other person? So that's a really important function that we can provide. Now, the hackathon itself goes through 3 major phases in terms of participants and how they work through the event. There's that ideation phase. They've come together, they've seen the challenges, now they have to ideate or select an idea that they're going to work on during the hackathon. And obviously many of you on this call or watching the live stream tonight have experience in that ideation phase and that ideation process. And that's where, as a mentor, you can contribute and help and assist those teams. Then there's the rapid build phase of which is sort of like the middle or the main chunk of the hackathon. And mentors that do have technical skills will find that their capabilities will be in more demand from teams, because it'll be like, oh, I need some help with this algorithm, or hey, I'm trying to deploy this container into an Oracle Cloud instance and I'm really stuck. I need some help. Or hey, I'm doing something with database. Technical stuff. And then there's the demo or presentation phase. And obviously good communicators, and we have many with us as mentors and lead mentors, are in very, very high demand at the end of the hackathon. So something to keep mindful of, especially if you're known as a mentor that has good communication skills and presentation skills. You'll be in very, very high demand in the sort of the last section of the hackathon. And of course, help and assistance in the technical or the logistical aspects of preparing a demonstration as well. So you're registered. Now what? Well, one of the most important things as a mentor is to join our collaboration space on Discord, and make sure that you let us know your Discord name so that we can make sure that you're added as a mentor. We do have a mentor channel, which is for sharing information collegially. For example, if Himanshu goes, oh look, I need somebody with database skills, because the team that I'm looking after needs some help in that area, and Sydney will go, hey, I know some stuff about some databases, so they can connect up and then work with the team. So we one of the things that we do encourage you to do is think about the kind of mentoring that you want to do. Do you want to be a general mentor, helping with a particular specialty or across lots of teams, or do you want to work with one team? And the other thing that we also think is important is making sure that you know or identify the challenge areas that you want to provide assistance in. Now, another important thing as well is that all mentors will report or check in to what we call a lead mentor pair. Two lead mentors look after a group of mentors from the perspective of availability and communicating that availability to teams. So it's the responsibility of mentors to communicate with their lead mentors and say, hey, I'm available at these times. And when you are online, messaging your lead mentor and saying, hey, look, I'm working with some teams now where I'm available between, say, 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. At this instance. It's really important to communicate that with your lead mentors, because unfortunately, we do sometimes get mentors or people that sign up and say, yes, I want to be a mentor, and then they don't turn up to the competition. And that can be for a number of reasons. Some of them can be quite legitimate. For example, you wanted to be a mentor, but then work called up and said, sorry, we need your help this weekend, and so you just can't make it. If it's one of those things, just let us know. Just let us know if you can't make it or you're not available anymore, or if there's a family emergency, that happens as well. But it's really important to let people know that you're no longer available, or that you're only available for certain times, because otherwise it just feels like radio silence, and then team members can't or teams can't communicate with you. You're not responding, and so we kind of think that you might not actually be participating. So it's really important to make sure that you check in with your lead mentors and just let them know when you're engaged and available. How do I help competitors form teams? We'll go through the find a team process in a little bit more detail later on, but there's the find a team process. There's also several tools and resources on the website, formulaihack.com. Now, the recommended team size that we recommend is between 2 and 6 people. However, we will allow teams of up to 8 members. The other question we sometimes get from mentors is, "Oh, do I count towards the team total?" The answer is no. A team size is purely the participants of the team. So if a team uses 4 or 5 mentors to help them with different aspects of the challenge, that's fine. And a team can actually acknowledge you when they submit their final package to the judges. They can actually say, "Oh, well, look, Rowan was helping me, or Nick was helping me, or Batul was helping me, and we've really appreciated their help." So there is the ability to acknowledge, but we as mentors are not part of their team. We are just advisors to the team. Now, this is an important thing for us as mentors. Sometimes we're not there to dictate what a team does. We're there to advise. It's up to the teams to decide whether they want to take that advice or not. And given the experience that I know our mentors have, I would recommend if you're a participant and a mentor gives you advice, it's important to think about it carefully and consider it. But ultimately, we're not there to tell them you will do this. We are there to advise them based on our experiences, that we recommend that you probably think about this particular thing that you've asked us for advice on this way, but it's really up to the team themselves to actually go, yes, we're going to take that advice or not. So don't feel offended if they go, "Oh, thanks, but no thanks. We've decided to go our own way." That's their decision, their choice. But I would definitely recommend to our participants, remember to listen to the voices of experience that mentors are bringing to you, because they're giving you of their experience. But it's not up to us to create things for the team or dictate to them. What is a rough time commitment? Obviously, you're giving your time now, and that's greatly appreciated. During the hackathon, we recommend about 2 to 4 hours per day. But really, it does come down to your availability. But the most important thing is to let your lead mentors know when you're available and for how long. You don't want to be in a situation where your lead you're not available when your lead mentor is expecting you, but also it sets a good expectation and a good communication thing, because stuff happens. For example, I might say to my lead mentor Himanshu, "Mate, I'm going to be available from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. But then I might get a phone call saying, "Oh, hi Dan, your dad needs some help with some stuff," and that's okay. That's a family thing that I need to go and help with. But what I would do is I would just send a quick message to Himanshu saying, "Mate, I'm really sorry. I said that I would be available from 2 to 4 p.m. I can only be available now from 2 to 3 because I've got a family commitment." That's okay. It's just important to just let people know, because Himanshu doesn't want to be saying, "Oh yeah, team ABC, don't worry, Dan's going to come and give you some advice at 3 p.m. and then I don't show up." It's really important for us to make sure that we communicate our availability. And the other thing as well is after the hackathon, we also ask for a little bit of your time to help us, because we go through a process improvement exercise. So we love to discuss what we did well, what we could do better, and how do we improve the experience for participants and hackathons in general. How will I find teams to mentor? Well, there's several different ways. You can be approached by a team and they go, "Oh, look, we really want your help." Or there will be also the Find a Mentor channel, and we'll go into that with Discord very soon. Can I get matched with teams? We can assist you. But again, we will also go through what we've got available on Discord. So how do you best help teams? Again, it's providing you're providing your time and your expertise. You're there to guide them. You're not there to dictate to them. And sometimes you have to give them very blunt answers. Like for example, Team ABC, they've got 1,000 ideas, but they really need to start thinking about what they're actually going to build. And sometimes you need to give them that really frank answer. Look, I appreciate you've got 100 ideas, but you've got to pick one. And you've got to pick it in the next hour because you're going to run out of time to build the solution and then submit. So we have to be sometimes very candid, very very frank with people, but obviously we do that in a professional and kind way as well. And they'll just remember it's again we're not dictating to them what they want to do, but we're there to provide out of our professional backgrounds, our experience. Can you refuse to mentor a team? Of course. It's up to you whether you want to mentor a team, and that could be for a number of reasons. It could be, for example, they're in the wrong time zone and you don't want to be awake at 3 a.m. in the morning, or it could be that you've already committed to working with 2 or 3 different teams and you might not have the capacity anymore, and that's okay. Just be clear with them. You say, look, thanks, but unfortunately I'm not available at that time, or I've already committed to work with other teams. How often should you be online? Well, that's up to you. But we kind of say, well, look, pick a time that is comfortable for you. And I'll give you an example. I tend to be on weekends. I'm doing stuff with my family, so I tend to be available in the evenings, and so that way I have a lot of reserve time that I can then give to participating as a mentor in a hackathon. Otherwise, it might be my daughter comes and goes, "Oh, Daddy, I need you to help with this," and I don't want to be in the middle of helping mentor somebody and going, "Oh, sorry, got to go help my daughter." So think about the times that you're available, and it has to be a time that's comfortable for you. If you're a night owl like me and like to stay up late, stay up late. That's good. But some other people like to get up really early, or they're comfortable doing stuff during the day. You just pick the times that you're available. Just remember to communicate that with your lead mentor, so it's you've got some clarity around when you're available and how you can help out. Remember when you are working with a team to check in with them, ask them how they're going, and also making sure that they're getting the assistance they need. And again, one of the things that we'll go through in the Discord channel as well is that we're not experts in everything. Everybody's got their own talents and skills that they're good at, and we'll use the mentors private channel. For example, Lynn goes, "Hey, somebody's doing stuff with cloud deployments of containers. I don't know about that. I know about communication and marketing and how to pitch an idea. Is there somebody available who knows more about containers?" And so we use the mentors private channel that we can interact backwards and forwards, bring in another mentor to help and assist us, and work with each other as we can. Sorry, I have to jump off, but we'll chat with you all soon. No worries, Sydney, mate. You have a great time, and looking forward to catching up with you during competition. Take care, mate. Will I get help from other experienced mentors? Well, I think we just covered that. Yes, that's what we're here to do. We help and support each other because we don't know everything, and we bring in other people and other expertise as and when we need to. Can you speak on behalf of the organisers and or sponsors? We recommend no. When in doubt, send them to the Ask an Organisers channel, because it can be difficult sometimes when one person saying something and another person saying something different, and if there are those kinds of confusions going on, it can make it a little bit difficult. So if in doubt, just go, "That's a really good question. Let's ask that on the Ask the Organisers channel, and we will help and respond where we can." So again, we've talked about what if I cannot contact my teams? Don't worry. continue to try. But we can only do so much. If the teams decide that they don't want to communicate, there's not much we can do. And sometimes they will communicate at different times based on their needs. So for example, if they're in idea generation, they're going to be talking about, I've got these ideas, I need to figure it out. Build, they're going to be talking more technical, and demo, they're going to be talking more about the pitch and how they articulate those ideas. So it's different mentors and different skills. You'll find you'll be in demand at different times during the hackathon. So we showed this during the participant induction as well, is just sort of an example of a guide. One of the challenges that some teams get themselves into is spending too much time in one of the 3 phases of the hackathon. For example, spending too much time on ideation, or spending too much time building the solution and then not creating a pitch to demonstrate it. So one of the things that we can do as mentors is to gently remind teams, look, I understand that we're 30% of the way through the hackathon now. You really need to start thinking about the build, or we're in the last 24 hours of the hackathon. It's really important that you start thinking about how you're going to present your information to the judges. So we can help and assist with the schedule, just with gentle reminders to make sure that they're on the right track. So what is the judging criteria? Now, there are, we discussed this last night. There are some special judging criteria for the data analysis parts of challenge number 1. There's going to be a Kaggle data set that's going to be released, and there's some very, very specific criteria around that. But the general criteria is we're looking for, from a judging point of view, the originality, the relevance to the category. So it has to match a category that is part of the challenge, consistency with the competition purpose, quality and design. So what we ask that it's not only submit a demo to the judges, but also their source code, and also usability, documentation, ease of use, all those kinds of good things. The other important thing to remember is when a team is using products from Oracle and Oracle Cloud, there is the added benefit of 3 bonus points. And in such a highly competitive event such as this hackathon, those 3 points is effectively an additional 10% booster, and that could be the difference between being in the top 3 and being outside of it. So it's a fantastic way to advise teams to get that little bit of a boost in terms of the judging. So I have finished up there. So we'll just quickly go into the judge's guide. It'll let me in. And this is just a quick reiteration of the criteria. So in terms of eligibility of solutions, we're looking for something that's a workable demonstration. And yes, do they know about these extra points? Should we point them out to some special information? Yes, participants are aware of these bonus points, but it's always good to remind them as well, because we have mentioned this in the induction. We do mention this as well, and we'll also show on the Discord. But sometimes if it's sometimes yes, we do need to remind. So there are 2 types of solutions: something that's we call production ready or demonstrable, or it could be a very cool proof of concept. So we're looking at consistency with the challenge statements. So picking one of those categories, is it related to that? If it's not related to a challenge, it's not going to score very well or at all, because we're not, as part of the competition, we're not here to build things that are not related to the challenge areas. So if you see a team that's decided, we're going to build software for fish farming, it's probably not going to do too well. It could be the best fish farming software in the world, but because it doesn't match the judging criteria or the challenge statements, it's not going to do well. Quality of design, of course, we want to make sure that that code is good. And then the originality. And originality can be judged in different ways. And we've got some YouTubes on how to think about how to think about these criteria. Social value or impact, how valuable is the solution? And the commercialization is, well, can this actually be taken forward? Is there potential for this? Now, these are what we looked at as a standard criteria, but I do want to call out that challenge number 1 has some very specific algorithmic criteria that are also going to be talked about. How do I score bonus points? Yes, and we'll go into that with the fantastic tools and technologies that Team Oracle have brought into the hackathon. So each submission, we're going to be asking participants to, or a team to provide a video, an optional document describing what they've done, and also their code base or the algorithms in which they used it. Typically, we'd advise, upload your use a source control system like GitHub, and then share that code with the judges. So again, our judges are going to be using the problem statements to help drive how they're going to evaluate and rank those submissions. Now, all of this information that we're going through here is also available on the Formula AI Hack website. Now, if we have a look at resources, I'll just go over here. If we go to guides for participants and teams, we'll see things like the judges guide, the participant guide, Discord. Now, if we go back to here again, we've also got a folder called Guides for Mentors. And again, these are information about how a lead mentor works, mentor guide, judges guide, and a team guide. And we've also got access to our Hackmakers YouTube videos, some for inspiration, other ones for how to think about different things. And obviously, we've got some fantastic resources here from our friends at Oracle. So if we go back over to here, now comes the fun part. Let's have a look at Discord. So Discord is our tool of choice, collaboration tool of choice for the hackathon. And we'll just go through some of the channels that are available. And as you would have seen on the website there, we've got this big button. It says, join the conversation at Discord. You can click on that and it registers you and brings you in here. Now, as mentors, your name on Discord will be looking like, will be in green. But there are additional things that you can do. One of the things that you might decide to do, and unfortunately I'll give you my embarrassing example here, is that my username on Discord is not something that's very obvious that, oh, that's Dan from Hackmakers. But my name in the Formula AI Hack Discord server is Dan from Hackmakers. So the reason we can do that is we can actually change our name on the server. And a good example of this is Lynn, for example, who has changed her name. So there's Lynn from Oracle. We can see that she's from Oracle and that she's also a mentor. So you can do that with your username such that it draws attention to the fact that you are a mentor, that you are able to help and support participants who you can see here are in blue. Somebody playing League of Legends there we go. And so the different colors, anybody who's got a red name is part of Hackmakers staff, and you can message us and ask for help and assistance. The slightly darker green is lead mentors, and you will occasionally see a gray name, and these are our wonderful regional ambassadors. So Himanshu actually is a regional ambassador as well. We see Norman here as well, and based on the roles, he's a mentor, regional ambassador, and lead mentor. So he's got the darker green there as well. So announcements, as you can see here, there's an induction alert going on, the mentor induction, and that's going on in a live stream here. Oh, look, there we go. Somebody's doing a live stream talking about being a mentor. We also have this channel here called Rules and Guides, which has links to all of the resources that are available. But just remember, formulaihack.com has links to those resources well laid out. Self-assigned roles. Now, this is to allow participants to choose the channels that they want to be involved in. Now, you can click on all three, but if, for example, you're only interested in the data and analytics challenge, you would click on number 1 here, and that connects you automatically into these channels so that you can get access to the resources that are available here. And you can see challenge 1, challenge 2, challenge 3, and people are sharing different types of resources based on the challenge that's available. You can see here there's a section called questions. Ask the organisers. So if you have any questions that you want to discuss with us, please submit them here, and we'll try and respond to those as quickly as possible. Ask a mentor. Now, this is a really important channel for us as mentors. We're going to have a lot of participants going, hey, I'm really looking for help and assistance in this area. We can also see that we've got a mentor here that's introducing himself. So if you are a mentor, remember to introduce yourself on this channel. There will be people there that'll be looking for the skills that you're providing. The other important one is help with Oracle. Now, as I mentioned before, there are bonus points on the offing when you are using Oracle technologies, but also the team at Oracle also providing free trials and extra credits for leveraging Oracle Cloud, so that participants can use it without leveraging these technologies without having to spend lots and lots of money, which is fantastic. Very, very generous. So we also have several private channels now. As mentors, we have access to the mentors private channel, and this is where we can actually share information together. For example, you might be working with team ABC, and you need somebody with a different skill set to what you have. You can go into the mentors private channel and go, hey, I need somebody to help me with a Postgres database problem, and somebody will go, oh yeah, I know that. You can work together. Introductions, it's all about introducing. So let's wave at Ali55. Let's wave. Whoa, there we go. Find a team. Now, this is where participants are going to be going to say, hey, look, I'm looking for somebody or a team to work with, or I have this particular skill set. I'm looking for a team that's looking at the data science challenge or the 3D modeling challenge, and we can work with participants and help to connect them with different teams. And you can see people are introducing themselves, like this is Kristen from the Caribbean, and looking for teams familiar with, looking for people in the area that sharing similar time zone. We'll go party hat and a thumbs up. How cool is that? So hopefully Kristen will find other people that they can connect with in their area. Resources and data sets. So this is general resources. It could be technical. It could be about how to do ideation. It could be a whole bunch of different things. But general advice on how to go about different sections of the hackathon. We also have a presentation tips channel where we share different information on how to how to do presentations and whatnot. Are there FAQs and docs to guide the participants with the common cloud issues they may run into, for example, limits and VPN? That's a really good question. I think that would be an ask the Oracle kind of question. We do have the FAQs, but they're generally related to the hackathon, not the technology that is being used. So that would be an ask the Oracle channel question. Random is just where we can sort of send, have little jokes, social time, and just communicate with other people that are participating. This is one of the cool things that I do want to call out is the live streams. So if you're on Discord, you can always watch one of the live streams, for example, the one that's going on right now. But then we've also, as mentors, we've got access to this thing called the mentor meeting room. So if you want to have a quick conversation with somebody, or just want to, have a chat about a particular problem, or just something in general, you can always jump in there. And we've also got these other channels called Find a Team, but they're based on a region, so that share similar emphasis on similar time zones, not always the same, but Asia Pacific, Americas, Europe, and Africa. So if for example, you're from New Zealand, you might go into APAC and you might meet a person from India or Perth or Japan, and so you can form a team and discuss things. So it's a great way to meet and communicate with others in similar time zones. Or if you happen to be up really late and you just want to talk to people in a different time zone, you can always come in here and have a chat. So that's an extremely brief overview of Discord and the tools that are available there. Again, you can also remember that there is the FAQ, the resources. We also have frequently asked questions and answers here, schedule and updates, and also the participants directory as well. And it's forgotten that I've signed in already. But that's all good. So yeah, that is a very, very fast, very brief overview of the mentor induction. But please keep in mind that you've got access to all of the information on formulaihack.com, as well as through the Discord channel. And if you have any questions, please let us know, and we will be happy to help and assist where we can. Before we go tonight, I think we've got a couple of minutes for a little bit of Q&A or a little bit of introduction. So I'm happy to, Nick, if we want to sort of open it up just a little bit, and
everyone can unmute. So.
Yeah, let's have a chat. Questions. Was tonight's information what you needed, or do you have any additional questions that you might have right now?
I think there was one additional question, which is about whether there's a FAQs doc to guide the participants with the common cloud issues.
Yes.
That might be more of an Oracle related question.
Yeah, I would be recommending for those kinds of technical questions, especially related to cloud tech, I would be going to the Help with Oracle channel. If it's general hackathon stuff, we typically have a lot of those answers available through the FAQ on the formulaihack.com website. And if you still require or have additional questions in either a technical area, or there's also the Ask a Mentor channel, or for us as mentors, we can also ask within our private mentors channel, Or, of course, if it's something that you need to come to the organisers with, you can either ask the organisers or you can direct message us as well. Are we supposed to be available in the opening and closing ceremony? That's up to you. What we do is, Rowan, is that ceremony is live streamed, and if you can't make it, and look, depending on people's time zones, it can be difficult. It's okay to watch the live stream at a time that's more convenient for you. So it's not a mandatory thing. We do encourage everybody to watch it though when they can, because there's some great information, great speakers, of course, and really looking forward to hearing in more detail around the challenges as well.
Thank you.
No worries. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, I had a question.
Go for it, Krishna.
Yeah, my question is that like many of the people, like participants, like they get confused whether I'm a mentor or a participant. Like I have to give a clarification sort of thing. I have tried to change my name on Discord, but it isn't possible. I don't know why, but it's always showing that it should be between 2 and 32 characters. So I'm trying to change my name, but it isn't possible. And people don't consider me as a mentor, then they consider me as a participant, and some of them had added me in the group by mistake.
Right. Okay. Look, if you want, DM me after this, and we'll see what we can do to make sure that is resolved. I can see here. Well, I do see that you are in a green. You do have a green name, and your role is definitely ticked on as mentor. So should be okay, I hope.
Yeah.
But look, if you continue to have problems, I mean, obviously you are definitely in the mentors group. So I'm just, if there continues to be a problem, just let me know, and we'll see what we can do.
Sure.
Got a couple more minutes. Is there anything else we want to go through? All right. Okay. Well, team, thank you so much for being here this evening, or this morning, or this afternoon, depending on where you are. Really appreciate your time, and I'm really looking forward to us working together during the hackathon and helping the participants with some really exciting challenges. So again, thank you for your time tonight, and really appreciate it. And I will see you in the hackathon. So take care, everyone.